over 80% of applications for international protection were rejected last year. That is 14,000 applications were rejected. Now, as an asylum seeker, you might be listening to me right now wondering, am I among those 14,000 applications? If you are among, now you should be thinking of going for appeal tribunal. Before going for appeal tribunal, what do you do? Seek advice. Most of these solicitors are not really there to support you to gather evidence because they believe you know your story because you are actually running from persecution. How do you get yourself out of these 14,000 applicants? So let's talk about the appeal tribunal. In order to be qualified for a refugee status or subsidiary protection, you need to understand that. And as an applicant, you have to prove the fund of fear that you have from your country. Identify what is persecuting you, identify who is persecuting you, and identify with evidence and prove why you are running from your country. This is a very simple logic system. I am coming to your house and I quickly knock, open the door for me. And you open the door, you didn't see anybody pursuing me. You'll be like, why are you running? Now, if I knock at your door, I come with a bunch of information that this is what is going on with me. You need to see this information before you allow me to see that because you want an evidence. This is just a logic. You don't just go for international protection office because you feel you want to stay in a country. Asylum is not a good thing when you don't really have a persecution from your country. Asylum is actually meant for people who are facing persecution, for people who are facing oppression from their government. Seeking asylum is not just what you think. You need to understand, before declaring international protection, you need to understand that you need to have a fund of fear, a fund of persecution from your country. These are the only reason you can be identified as a refugee. And this is why you see, when you go for international protection, they want to see with the object available what is going on in your country when you declare asylum. But when they cannot find what is actually going on, they believe you don't have fund of fear. So anyway, click like, follow us for more about immigration, and